Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your Divine Masculine weekly forecast. So today's theme is only you can see into the depths of my soul. So I was guided this morning to sit with these two oracle decks. These are both created by Bridget Rao from Divine Essentials, called The Masculine's Madness 1 and 2. And that's where I created today's outline for this reading. So I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing either a separation or challenge in your connection. So please keep that in mind. But obviously just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. We're going to go ahead and do some of this reading here on this channel, and about halfway through we're going to slide on over to the extended. So I will put that link where you guys can access that video in the description box down below, as well as all the decks I'll be using here today, and also today's Orgonite, which is called the Divine Masculine Earth Energy Nude, created by Michelle from Bell's Wing and Bell. So let's get into the reading, you guys. The very first thing that we're going to focus on is the deafening energy, which is how is your absent felt intensely for your Divine Masculine. So it says your absence is felt so intensely. So on your Divine Masculine's journey in his life right now, on his current path, how is your absence felt intensely at this particular time? So we're actually going to go into this deck right here. This is called, I forget the name of this deck. I always forget it. But this one is from Witchy Sabrina, and I will put that information down below. It's a songs deck. I think it's called What's Going On or What's Going Down in like Music Town or something like that. Yeah, I'll put it down below. Okay, let's see. What is this energy here? How is your absence felt intensely by this Divine Masculine? Ooh, let's see. Okay, so we have Here You Come Again by Dolly Parton. Okay, so of course some of these songs can have great significance for some of you guys out there. But what we're going to do is we're going to get the gist of this song, the energy, and take it from there. So it says, here you come again, looking better than a body has a right to, and shaking me up so that all I really know is here you come again. And here I go, all you got to do is smile that smile, and there go all of my defenses, just leave it up to you. So it's something that's about, here you come again. So it's like you're coming to me again in my mind. You keep coming up on my journey. So that is what I'm seeing here. This masculine continues to feel your absence because he keeps being reminded of you on his journey. He may see someone that looks like you. He might hear your name. He might see a movie or something, and there's a resemblance of, either something that you guys saw together, something that you guys did, or it's just in relation to you. So a lot of things keep coming up on his journey again and again and again, which is why we have the several again and again coming through. So here you come again on my journey. I'm seeing you once again. So to me, it's just like multiple times you come up for this masculine. All right, so this particular deck here is called the Coverage and Light Oracle. So let's go ahead and see what else. How else is your absent felt intensely here? So he's reminded of you quite often, Divine Feminine, which makes it intense. Ooh, look at this. So we have the energy of heartbreak. And of course, on the other end of that is moving on. Feminine, if you've moved on from this masculine, let's just say you're in another relationship or you're not really reaching out to him anymore, this is also deafening for him. It's like your absence is really felt because you've moved on. You've moved on from maybe trying to work it out with him or waiting on him if you were doing that, or reaching out to him, texting him, seeing how he is. Just depending on how it's going, you may have just decided to pull away from all of that, especially if he's either not engaging in an equal way, or just maybe isn't even responding at all. You've just pulled away. So this is deafening. He's definitely feeling the shift here, and you're popping up on his journey a lot more. It's almost like absence makes the heart grow fonder. When you just kind of pull your energy away from someone, or you just kind of disappear, the absence is noticed. So that's just what I'm seeing here for this so far. So this deck is also by Witchy Sabrina, called Learning Tarot. Let's see what else. In what other ways is your absence felt intensely by this Divine Masculine? Ooh, we have the World. Okay. So the World, you guys, is a couple of different things for me. First of all, this is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is a very heavy energy. It's an energy where we feel quite burdened by something. And I feel like this particular, your absence, it's a little bit of a burden for this masculine. It's something that he thinks about. It's something that he feels. It's something that keeps coming up for him over and over again. So he can't quite shut the door on this. He may desire to shut the door on it and be done with it because he doesn't want to think about it anymore. He just kind of wants to move forward, perhaps. That's just for some of you guys out there. But to me, it's like, as long as he continues down his path, he's going to continue to be reminded of his divine feminine. You're not going to go away just because you're out of sight. You're still in his mind. That's what I'm getting here. Now, some of you guys have really done very well in your life. You may have moved on, okay? You may have moved beyond this divine masculine. I feel like that the world is at your feet is your energy, divine feminine. Maybe you're feeling really whole. Maybe you've come full circle and finally have closed the door on this connection. What I'm getting here is because maybe you have shifted and you have started focusing maybe more on your own journey or yourself, and you're no longer attached to this masculine. And let's just say, like a codependent type of a needy way, this masculine is feeling this shift. This masculine almost feels like you're leaving him behind. So your absence is felt very intensely at this particular time for whoever that particular message resonates with. So there's a huge collective. So let's continue. Maybe this didn't resonate. Maybe the next message will. So let's go ahead and see what else. How else is your absence felt intensely by this divine masculine? Okay, so we have In Too Deep by Sum 41. Let's read it. Seems like each time I'm with you, I lose my mind because I'm bending over backwards to relate. It's one thing to complain, but when you're driving me insane, well, then I think it's time that we took a break. Maybe we're just trying too hard, when really it's closer than it is too far. Because I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep up above in my head instead of going under. Very interesting. I actually am not familiar with this song, so maybe some of you guys are a little bit more familiar with the meaning of this actual song. But at first it seemed like, this person can't relate to you. But what I'm getting here is that this particular masculine may not have been able to go deeply with you, divine feminine. It may have been very difficult for him. You may have opened him up to an opportunity to dive deep into a very, spiritual type of love. And it looks to me like this masculine may have been afraid of going too deeply or losing himself in this connection. So it's like I'm in too deep and I'm drowning and I need to get out. So there is this song that's coming up for some reason when it's coming to your absence in this masculine's life. So let's go ahead and get a couple more cards to see if we can carve out a deeper message there. We have accelerate, but we also have directionless. So to me, this is like, flying like the king of the sky. That's an eagle, right? This is having a lot of confidence to basically just jump off a cliff and just go for it. And I feel, feminine, that the reason that your absence is felt intensely by this masculine is because, to me, this is very like a king-queen energy. Right? You were ready. You were ready to take that leap of faith. And I feel like maybe at some point in the connection in the past that this masculine felt like he could really fly too. But before he knew it, he felt like he was in too deep. And because of that, he may have sabotaged this connection. That's what I'm getting for this In Too Deep song. Okay? So this is something that he thinks about. This is something where maybe you got closer to him than anyone else did. There's a reason that only you can see into the depths of my soul came to me for today's title, In Too Deep. You saw very deeply into this divine masculine feminine. You got in deeper or closer to him than anyone else has. And I feel like you were really like giving him the option to really accelerate on his journey, to really awaken to this beautiful love, to really dive deep, to really go deep. And I just feel like this became too, it just became too much for him. And that might be something where, you know, he needed to pull away, or maybe he closed the door on this particular connection, whatever your story is. But there is this energy here of no one's quite like you. No one has gotten as deep as I let you in. So that's a lasting impression there with the Two of Wands. So it says leaving suddenly, and it's very interesting that I just was talking about maybe this divine masculine closed the door on this connection. So I feel like it might have been a very either hasty decision to shut you out or close the door or end this connection with you, feminine. It could have even been that this masculine moved on, even though it broke his heart in some way to leave you behind. He did this. He left suddenly. Maybe he felt like there was a world out there that he was going to lose out on if he stayed and really went deep with you, divine feminine. So what I'm seeing here is that he may have gone off into the world, but what I'm getting here is that he hasn't been able to replace the style of connection. He hasn't been able to connect deeply with another individual like he did with you. That's why it's coming up in this position. All right, so let's go ahead and get one more. How else is your absence felt intensely by this divine masculine? Okay, so we have, Jessia, next time. So there could be somebody's name, Jess, Jessie, Jessica, something like that. That could be a special message for you. Never heard of the song. 3 years gone by. So this could be specific for those of you where you've been in 3 years of separation, or you were together with your masculine for 3 years, or that 3 years is just significant, but it doesn't have to be. 3 years gone by. Did I forget to mention? Almost your wife. Oh, you run and hide. See, there's this energy running away from this. If it's not fucking perfect, go and tell me that you hated every minute that you took my clothes off and I let you inside, stupid boy. Interesting. So it's like I let you in, but for some reason, this is someone who I want this, but then I don't want it. Someone that changed their mind very quickly. So that's just what I'm getting here. And this has left someone very heartbroken and very sad. So I feel, feminine, that the biggest energy that is present right here in this absent is a lot of pain. Pain in the heart space, tears, or knowing that this masculine has left you in this state. So there could be like a lot of regret or even a lot of guilt and shame with this. Okay. Dare to dream or settling for less. Yeah, see, I feel like you, divine feminine, gave this masculine an opportunity for a dream type of connection, a dream type of love. And I just feel that he has unfortunately had to settle for less on his journey because he skipped this opportunity to be with you. Maybe he thought that he could replace you. Maybe he thought that next time or the next person, that it would be different or something like that. And I'm just getting here for this masculine that he was sadly mistaken. Unfortunately, he has not been able to replace you, and he hasn't been able to replace this deep type of love that you offered. Okay. So I feel like he's regretful of the decision that he made. If he could go back in time, he may do it differently. So I feel like there's regret here. 5 of Cups. See, that's what I'm saying. There's regret here. That's what it is. You know, there's regret with how he dealt with things, the heartbreak, the grief in the heart space. I do feel like this masculine does feel intensely the pain that he caused you. He knows he's caused you pain. He knows that he's caused you unhappiness and sadness. And I just feel that if you moved away from this masculine, you disconnected from him, you finally got to a point where you just decided, you know, you're just going to let him go and figure it out. I do feel like he is feeling this energy. He is feeling your absence very, very intensely at this time because of your ability to just kind of take care of you and just do what you need to do by taking care of yourself. That's what I'm seeing here. So this is how your masculine is feeling your absence very intensely at this time, Divine Feminine. So I hope there's something here in these songs, these titles, these words, these energies that make sense. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the bewitching energy. So this is, how does your Divine Masculine feel mystified by you? So, what feeling is he left with as far as like being like mystified, or just, I don't want to use the word confused, but just kind of in a dream. Like, I can't quite put my finger on that. I can't quite place exactly how I'm feeling, but yes, this is what this is, type of energy. So let's go ahead and see what that is. What is this energy here for how your masculine feels mystified by you? All right, this is the Goddess Oracle. Ooh, look at this, betrayal. So I'm not sure what caused these tears. I don't know. I mean, it does talk about a wife. Some of you guys could have been a third party situation. It could be, something about hiding, right? Hiding from this type of commitment, perhaps. I'm not sure what that's going to be for everybody. So just take it as it resonates for your situation. But we have betrayal, and then we have that pain and sadness and regret and all that stuff. So there's got to be something here where this masculine is basically coming through as someone that has not been able to forget you, even if he is with someone else, even if he moved forward and married someone else. I feel like he's still mystified by you, Divine Feminine. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. He still feels mystified. It says your gaze cast a spell upon me, one I don't want to break. So it's almost like there's still this he still feels like he's under some sort of spell because he can't quite forget you, and he can't quite figure out why. Can't quite figure out why you're the one that got away from him, sort of energy. So that's how he's mystified right now and bewitched by you. And I just feel like he feels a lot of shame and regret over past betrayals. Okay, so we also have order. So I feel like he is trying to get in order his thoughts. And he's having a difficult time. So he's quite confused. It's funny, that's not the word I wanted to use, but I feel like it is coming through. He feels disordered. Even though this card says order, I'm getting here he feels disordered. Mentally like dysregulated over this situation. I do feel like he twists and turns. He may have some dreams about this. There's definitely some sort of lingering energy here that keeps him up at night. Oh, look at that. We have Kali, which is fear. So fear from this betrayal, fear that you won't forgive him, fear that you guys can't put things back in order. So yes, that's the message here. This masculine is bewitched or feels a little cursed because he can't forget. And also he feels a little bit intimidated when it comes to facing you, Divine Feminine. That's what I am seeing here today. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and see what else. When it comes to taking a leap, right? There's those birds again. Taking a leap towards you, it feels like I'm going to fall off a cliff. That's what that feels like. He has a lot of excitement in his belly, but it's nervous. It's nervous excitement that he has when he thinks about you, Divine Feminine. So he has this feeling of being on the edge, like there's just something he can't quite quench. He's mystified by that feeling. Okay, but there's also this feeling of wanting to come home, wanting to be nurtured, wanting to be in your arms once again. He fears you, but also needs you. There's that energy. Feels safe, but feels afraid. And then we also have a bunch of different relationships here, okay? So he thinks a lot about the past. He thinks about perhaps all the different relationships that you guys have been in. If the two of you have been in separation for quite some time, a lot of people have come and go, but still you're the one that stands out to him the most. So I do feel like this masculine has probably had other relationships for however many either years or time has gone on between the two of you. But the thing is, there's still something about you that stands out. There's still something about you that he can't quite close the book on. He can't quite close the chapter on this one connection, and that's you, Divine Feminine. All right, so this is called the Tarot Grand Lux. Oh. Yeah, really trying to analyze it in his headspace. That's the Mercury Gemini card. So definitely trying to overanalyze the situation, trying to be analytical about it. Really, really a lot of thinking when it comes to you, Divine Feminine, for sure. In his head about it. Absolutely. And we do have the eagle there. So that is significant to me because we did get that energy earlier about that eagle wanting to just kind of like accelerate, like actually do something with this connection, come back to it, make communication, that Mercury energy. I feel like during Mercury retrograde, sorry, that's my chair. During Mercury retrograde, this masculine probably gets a lot of either nostalgia or a hit to communicate with you, Divine Feminine. He may have held himself back. Some of you guys may have heard from him, but I do feel like the eagle in the sky, this is like wanting to be the king and wanting to own this and take, I feel like it has power over him, Divine Feminine. Your energy, your memory, this non-closure, it holds power over him. So he's mystified why this connection out of all of the connections that he's had stands out above all the rest. Why is it so intense? Why can't he forget it? Why can't he completely let you go? This is something that mystifies him. And of course, you know, Gemini, twin flame. I mean, if that's how you see your Divine Masculine, your connection, that of course is a good reason why. Yeah, we have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands, it's an inner struggle. It's just kind of like this masculine really struggles with with the pieces, really struggles with how he feels towards you, Divine Feminine. Because on one end, he wants to run away from it, but on the other end, he wants to run towards you. So I just got that song from Whitney Houston from that movie, The Bodyguard. I want to run to you. Yeah, I want to run to you. So, that's the song that's coming to me. And of course, there's so much that when you look at me that you don't see. I don't know all the lyrics offhand, but I feel like that's your masculine and he just wants to run to you. But he's either so scared or afraid or wounded or whatever the situation is. And I feel like he is trying to kind of take ownership for these things, to be strong so that way he can break through and make communication. But there's a real struggle with him doing that. He's holding himself back, or maybe there's even competition, or there's just a lot of complications surrounding your situation that make it difficult for him to do this. So now we have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is, I've walked away from this, or you walked away from me. This was such a long time ago. Why am I still thinking about you? I'm telling you, you keep coming back up on your Divine Masculine's journey. You keep coming to him, even though he has walked away or you guys are in physical separation. It doesn't matter. You're still in his head. He still thinks about you. He still thinks about perhaps coming back and going to what he left behind, if that's your story. He might even feel like you left him behind. Maybe he's the kind of Divine Masculine where he's just, when he's done, he's done. But that's not the case with you, Divine Feminine. It's a completely different energy and it mystifies him. That's the point. That's what we're looking into. So he is bewitched by these types of energies. I hope that makes sense. All right. Now we're going to move on into sneaky energy, which is, I don't want you to know. So what does your Divine Masculine not want you to know right now, Divine Feminine? So this could really be anything, but let's check it out. So this is called the Secret Key cards. What does he not want you to know? Very interesting. So there was that song, right, about a wife, and I'm not trying to put in a third party situation if that doesn't exist, you guys. So if you don't know about, I mean, this is what the masculine doesn't want you to know, but I'm not trying to trigger you guys or introduce something that, you know, might not be for you, is I guess what I'm trying to say. But if this resonates with you, okay, there's something about wife, right? Almost your wife. Something that the divine masculine doesn't want you to know. It could be third party, as in he's involved, but he doesn't want you to know. Okay. He's hiding it. Maybe he's not putting it on social media. Maybe you're kind of wondering, is he in a commitment? Is he with someone? He might be very mysterious. He might want to hide that from you because he doesn't want you to know that he's with someone else. And it's probably because he still has feelings for you, right? But also what he might not want you to know is that if you've moved on and you're married and you're someone's wife, he doesn't want you to know that he has seen this, that he's aware of this. You may not know that your masculine knows certain things about your life or your details or your current status. That's only if that resonates with you. But what I'm also getting to is that he doesn't want you to know that you're actually that person, almost, that he could have married, that person that he could have made that commitment with. If he was going to do it, it was going to be with you. That's what I'm picking up on. So please just take out of those three the one that resonates for you. All right, this is called the Twisted Tarot Tales deck. What else does he not want you to know right now? Ooh, Five of Swords. Okay, so the Five of Swords is a little energy of something being unfair, okay? You can clearly see there are people that are ready to battle. There's also this couple here. I am getting that this particular masculine, if there's competition, as in you're with someone else, divine feminine, it doesn't mean just because your masculine isn't coming forward that he doesn't want to. This to me is an indication that he's looking at the situation and assessing it and thinking to himself, there's no way that I'll win, or it's not fair to come back because you've moved on. Okay? If that's your guys' story. So this might be one of the reasons why he has not come back, or you don't know that he wants to come back and he hasn't made it known to you that he wants to come back, is because he's seen that you've moved on. Okay, that's going to be maybe for a few of you guys out there. But I feel like for the majority of you, it's this internal struggle. He has so much internal struggle surrounding commitment. He has so many issues surrounding commitment. Maybe even viewing the way it was a struggle watching his parents, or maybe someone be in a relationship. It doesn't actually have to be even a marriage, but just parents, or how he was exposed to certain relationships, or maybe he had a really terrible relationship and said, I'll never get married. So there's something here where it's like he doesn't want you to know right now how much of a struggle this is for him, either seeing that you've moved on or that he's got these major issues when it comes to his upbringing, family, commitment, something like that. Okay. And also if he's married, if that's your story, I'm getting here, he's got a real internal struggle, because not only is he with someone else, but he's thinking of you. And that right there is a fucking nightmare for him. And that's just what I'm getting. So let's continue. What else might he may not want you to know? Wow, we have the Widow. Interesting. Farewell, letting go. We have that grief energy again, loss and disappointment, kind of like Five of Cups to me. This masculine might be very sad, actually, and he doesn't want you to know how sad he is. How sad he is that he let you go, or sad that he lost you. One of the two, there's a loss here. Sorry, these tarot cards fell. Nine of Wands. Yeah, Five of Swords is like a battle that you know you're not going to win, so why bother? And the Nine of Wands is like you're ready for battle. So to me, there is this like, do I just let this go, or is it too late? Is it too much water under the bridge? So what I'm getting here is that your divine masculine doesn't want you to know how much of an internal struggle and this like emotional dysregulation that he has surrounding your connection, and how mystified he is, why he can't get over you and can't stop thinking about you. That's what he doesn't want you to know, Divine Feminine, is how affected he is by you still, or by your life, the life that you're living, or what he could have had with you, what he lost, etc. And we have the Beach. Okay, so the Beach is like somebody who's just kind of like, they're trying to take a break from it. They're trying to just live their life. They're trying to do their thing, you know, but what's happening here, I feel there's some struggle. Trying to pull back, trying to take it easy. And we have the Star. Okay, interesting. So to me, this is maybe that, you know, just taking a step back and trying to gain his center, and trying to work on maybe himself, aligning himself, doing some sort of inner work and healing. Maybe he doesn't want you to know that that's something that he is working on currently right now, you know, trying to be happier, trying to see life from a different perspective, because it talks about wellness here, right? Wellness, trying to get well, trying to be better, trying to improve his life. The Star is a very spiritual card to me. So this could be like a spiritual awakening, a spiritual transformation, your connection with your higher power. So why wouldn't your Divine Masculine want you to know that? Maybe your Divine Masculine wants to put on a front that everything is okay. If you have access to see him online or social media, it might be that everything seems to be hunky-dory and relaxing and just fine. But what I'm getting here is there's a real deep internal struggle, and he doesn't want you to know how much he is actually struggling and how much he wishes that the two of you could either mend this, or that your stars would align once again, or how much he just wishes for a second chance. That's also something that's coming through as well. So I feel like he has seen something about you. It's made him feel a certain way. Or there's something that he's deliberately trying to put on a front because he doesn't want you to know just how nostalgic he is, how much he's hurting, how much he is grief-stricken, and how much he really is just trying to mend or something within himself. It's like putting on a strong front, but really there's a suffering that's taking place, and he really is quite bothered and, again, mystified by why he can't shake this energy with you, Divine Feminine. So that's what we're getting so far. So I hope that you guys resonated with something that came through. We're going to go ahead and go over to the extended, since we're about halfway through. We're going to take a look at the shadow work. So what has your Divine Masculine finally realized that he didn't before? So what is this process? What is he realizing right now about you and this connection? Also, intuitive. What are you, Divine Feminine, 100% correct about? So that's the thing. As Divine Feminines, you just know something. You've gotten either a download, you've had some sort of a vision, an epiphany, something. You just know something that's taking place with your Divine Masculine. We're going to go ahead and see what that is and confirm something for you today. We're also going to go into the silent energy, which is the masculine's mind, heart, body, and messages that he sends your way. So this will be a confirmation of sensations that you're receiving, or maybe even the visions or epiphanies that you're getting. And then we're going to look at in what ways is your Divine Masculine's heart beginning to open up towards you and your connection. So anyways, you guys, if you'd like to join me over there, please do so by clicking that link down below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys, I think, tomorrow for a more general love reading. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.